I bet you're wondering how I got here. Let's go back to the beginning. It all started when my friend gave me a bunch of fake BTS photo cards, but I didn't need or want all of them. Some of them were pretty cute, but some of them were like definitely a miss. What is going on here? So I had an idea. Another friend of mine had just gotten into K-pop. And obviously what better way to keep her an army than to send her a bunch of horrifying BTS stuff. So I decided to give her some of my photo cards like the kind person that I am. But I didn't just want to send the photo cards all the way to Hawaii, like for no reason and without context. That's when it hit me. I could make her even worse BTS stuff to go along with her photo cards. So I kind of jumped the gun on this one and promised her that I would make her the best fake BTS merch to go along with their fake BTS photo cards. And there was no going back, cause you know the saying, once you K-pop, you can't K-stop. The first thing I made were these little gin standees. So I was halfway through making these when I decided to start filming this video because it was like the stupidest thing I've ever done. So I couldn't not film it, but all I did was laminate these pictures of gin. You know, very high quality photos. I wanted them to be standing up, obviously, so they could watch my friend as she slept. So I did that thing where you stuck two pieces of cardboard into one another. You know, I can't describe it, but like you get the gist. And it definitely worked, but it was a little wobbly, and these are very high quality gin standees, so we weren't gonna let it be wobbly. I made a little platform on the bottom so they could stand up better, and I think it really pulled it all together. And the gin standees were done. The next thing I made were these little BTS keychains and magnets and clothespin things because I thought it would be easy. Spoiler alert, it was not. I printed out a bunch of pictures of BTS, but mostly Jin because that's her favorite, as it should be. I purposefully didn't get the best photos of BTS because I didn't want her to think I was actually trying to make these good. Next, I wanted to put some pretty paper on the back to distract from the terrible quality of the pictures. If you're wondering why I'm spraying water on the paper, that's a totally reasonable question. It's just how the paper works. I think like it kind of made the pictures really wet, but I'm just following the instructions. Then I put them in lamination paper after cutting them out. The best part of this process was seeing them emerge from the laminator, I gotta say. Then I had to freaking cut them out again, and if I was smart, I would have had to only cut them out once, but as you can see from this video, I'm not very smart. My favorite one is the Jin mug keychain because I thought it was very classy, and fun fact, I actually had the Jin mug in my house for a little while, which it was honestly an honor. I cut holes in the lamination and put keychain rings through them, which now that I'm thinking about it, will probably break eventually. You only need them on your backpack for a day to get bullied, honestly though. Then I scavenged my whole town just to find these two clothespins. And only two, I only found two. And then I painted them black and white. You are now watching the Attack of the Jins, so enjoy that. Since Attack of the Clones is the best Star Wars movie, I won't take criticism on that. I think they honestly should make a BTS version of it. I think it would do really well. After they were done drying, I hot glued the pictures on the clothespins, and on the white one I drew little red hearts later. You didn't see that right now, but I wanted to make it a little more interesting. Moving on to the magnets. I just found this random plain magnet and cut it up and hot glued it on the back of the laminated pictures. Pretty simple kindergarten stuff. Even though kindergartners definitely should not use a hot glue gun. I shouldn't even use a hot glue gun. And these are the final products. And sorry to my friend if the keychains have already broke. Alright, so I found this random notebook and decided to paint it green, so this is me doing that. The amount of layers this thing had to have, I kind of just gave up at the end, but just don't look too hard at it and it will look perfect. I put some pictures of Jin on the notebook because obviously why not? Then I wrote Jin's name in case you didn't know that it was Jin on the front. Also, this video really makes me seem like I know what I'm doing, but that is just not the case. But if you want to think that, you can. I won't stop you. I thought the notebook needed a little more spice, so I added these clouds with a stencil, but it didn't really look like how I wanted it to, so I started freehanding them, which was probably a really bad idea. Then I Mod Podged it after it was done drying so everything would stay on. And this is why the notebook is probably the only thing in this video that won't break, because Mod Podge is a lifesaver. Just as I thought I was done, tragedy struck, because of course it did. Yeah, they're kind of glued together. Yeah, well, it looks cute. So it might not be practical anymore, but at least it's beautiful. If you just pulled that thing out in school and wrote your little homework stuff on it, I would be your friend. This necklace took years off of my life, I swear. I wanted to make something that my friend might be actually able to use and not be super embarrassed, so I thought a necklace would be cute. I started stringing fishing wire with green and pearl beads since green is her favorite color, again, as it should be. And everything was going fine until I found out I didn't have any freaking letter beads. All I could find were the letters BTS, which is great you would think, but they weren't the right colors, and I'm not about to make this necklace mediocre. So like any normal person would do, I drove to go get some letter beads at 10 p.m. on a school night. BTS, welcome to my car. So I was making a necklace and I didn't have any letter beads, so I'm going to go get some. That's it. After I got the letter beads, I still had trouble finding letters with all the same colors because of course I did. I finally found enough to spell Epiphany, which is one of her favorite BTS songs, as it should be, and finish the necklace. If you're seeing a trend, my friend is just honestly the greatest. All of her opinions are correct. You'll see I used a safety pin as the clasp because I thought it would be cute, but I was very stupid and I tied it shut. I fixed it later and put a real clasp on the safety pin, but this necklace low-key might not be functional at this point, question mark. Alright, this is the last one, I promise. I too am so done with watching me make this stuff again. I found this little wooden box chest thing and painted it black to make it fit the theme better. We're going for like a Black Swan era vibe. I don't know the eras. I know Black Swan. I don't know. I kept it pretty simple. I just drew the BTS logo thing on it, and I don't actually know if this is their logo, but I always see it with BTS. Please don't roast me. I promise I somewhat know about BTS and I am somewhat qualified to make these fake BTS merch things. If it helps my case, my favorite song is DNA and Spinebreaker, so do with that what you will. Finally, this hot mess was over, thank goodness. I wrote a dramatic letter to show my friend how much love and hard work I put into each Jin standee. Then I sealed it with Batman stickers. I packaged up all my precious babies and didn't realize at the time that I was basically sending garbage to one of my best friends. As a final touch, I got my little glitter bin out and put some $sign glitter in the box, which now that I'm thinking about it was not fun to clean up for my friend. Now watch me try to figure out the right way to close a box. It's very embarrassing. Anyway, I was able to send it off and she got it and she loved it, I think, unless she was lying to me. What's funny is that even before she got my box or knew what I made, she made almost the exact same things for another one of our friends, and now we're convinced that we're telepathically linked, so interesting fact. Anyway, even though this was one of the stupidest things I've ever done, it was super fun and I highly recommend making a fake BTS merch box for that special someone in your life who likes K-pop. And remember, once you gym in, you can't gym out.